So you're doing the intro? It's your video.
Hi everybody! So, whoa, I did such a weird wave. Okay, let me start over. Hi everyone!
Hey!
Welcome back to another video. So last week we did the what's it like dating a Haitian girl. So it was Nico's version, like he was kind of taking the lead on the video. Yep. So this week we decided to do, and we mentioned it in the video, that we were gonna do the reverse. So me doing a video about what it's like dating a white Italian guy, an Italian guy. And so in this video I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I've learned over the course of 3 years dating an Italian guy. And obviously, like, the same applies for the last video. This doesn't necessarily mean that all Italian guys are this way.
And that's okay, because everything she's going to say about us is good. So don't worry, guys. Just sit back, enjoy, and we're going to have a great time.
Right. Yeah.
And we're going to... Yeah. Should I be worried?
No. So, we're gonna jump right into it with, like, I think one that I noticed, or that's the most noticeable. It is the fact that Nico here, and I guess the other Italian guys, are pretty frugal. You'll try to catch a deal whenever you can. And that's good because you save money, obviously, but in some instances it was like new to me, because, like, for example, not new, but the little flyers that you know, you have the coupons on it and like the rebates and everything, they're delivered to your house, and most people, I think, just throw it out. Like, I put it directly in my recycling. You look forward to that, and you're like, you know, kind of excited when the guy comes. We call it the public sac here in Montreal. Yeah.
Colporteur, or even I think a circular.
Yeah, right, circular. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's it. You look forward to it because, like, why wouldn't you? You know, at the place where I do my grocery shopping, they have, like, their printed page, they have it on their door. Anybody who knows how to save money.
Like, he's getting so offended. Anybody who knows how to save money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they stop and they're like, oh my god, chicken, $8 a pound or a kilo or what? I don't know. It's just an example. You know, Jello, 2 for $2. Check your circulars, guys. Trying to save you $1 here.
The next one that I noticed is, so these are not in like any particular order, right. But another thing I noticed is that you can be quite traditional. There's certain holidays that are very, like, respected and celebrated. You told me the story about your grand uncle. So you had gone to see him. Yeah, exactly.
For those who don't know, like, a lot of saints have days dedicated to them. I think Saint Michael is sometime in September. My dad's name is Michael, so, like, he has a connection. I don't know.
Yeah.
My name is Nico. Well, my full name is Nicholas. And because I'm born on Saint Nicholas's Day, which isn't Christmas, there's a particular day in December that is Saint Nicholas's Day, and that's why they named me Nicholas. We also have in our family a saint, San Nicola. You know, I won't bore you with the full name, and that saint was canonized, I believe, recently, and it was a big deal in my mom's family. And now every year we have to meet up at this dinner and celebrate this saint that I don't even think we knew about.
We also have a lot of traditions too.
Right.
But I remember you told me that when you met your grand uncle, you started discussing and stuff, and he speaks.
Well, when I met him at that celebration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And he looked at me dead in the eye and he's like, Sangua Nostra, which means our blood. And he was so proud about this new tradition that we created with this canonized saint that it's like only our blood could have such a special moment.
And, like, I'm sure if any of you, like, live in Montreal, you've probably seen you know, Italians are very proud of their country. Like, they have the flag anywhere that they could put it. Even at work, my boss is Italian.
The little Italian flag on the cars. Exactly. I think even my dad had it at some point, you know, like. And
sometimes they have the big flags. Sometimes it's the small ones, like the stickers on the car, and sometimes it's the actual flag, like you know, flapping in the wind on top of the car.
When it's anything soccer related.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, my best friend, he's got that flag that's like
huge flag.
Put that flag on top of a building.
On the moon.
Yeah.
Then another one that's food related. Another thing that I guess you could expect if you're dating an Italian guy or girl, whatever, is the obsession with cold cuts. I wasn't a big like meat eater before. I was a vegetarian at one point, and then when I started dating you, I noticed that it's a central part. Like you can't have a meal without meat or without cold cuts.
If it's not salami prosciutto, it's sopressata, or it's mortadella,
Can I just say, it took me such a long, and I still don't know them, but it's gonna take me such a long time to differentiate and to know each name.
Right. She's been with me for 3 years, and she's like, "Is this the salami prosciutto?"
Okay, relax. I don't say it like that.
Okay, if you say
prosciutto.
so. We know which is like a well-cut cold cut, because you don't want it too thick, right? Because like, I don't know if you guys have ever had a thick cold cut. It's supposed to be a nice thin slice, so you put many in a sandwich, and when it's too thick, it's like, you ever have a real thick piece of ham, it's like you feel like you're eating...
This guy's like a walking charcuterie board. Like,
you've seen the sandwiches I make?
Yeah, it's stacked on. Like, I take maybe one kind of cold cut and I put like 2 slices on it. And like you stack all the different ones.
Yeah, that's it.
It's an experience.
But I only make one sandwich. It's important. It's all about like, it goes back to the economics.
Right.
I'm frugal with my bread, so I put a lot of cold cuts so that there's more bread to enjoy.
Another thing that I noticed and that kind of like transferred to me also is talking with the hands.
Yeah.
Even watching back the videos that we film, I noticed myself talking so much with my hands.
I feel like you can't not.
And it's always that, Sometimes I'm in my meetings at work. Yeah, look at me. And literally, I look at myself in the camera, and all I see are my hands. Like, I don't see my face anymore. But it's cute.
So make space for if you have an Italian boyfriend, make room, because they need space to talk.
Well, I mean, another thing that's kind of linked, I guess, is, because we're talking about the talking and the speaking, and that one time I went over to your house for Christmas, I noticed that you were a loud bunch.
We're a loud bunch?
And he had warned me before. He was like, just to prep you, I don't want you to come there and be all, shocked or anything, but we're loud. Like, the whole family's there, and they just have a lot of banter. Like, your dad and your uncle, when they get together, oh boy,
they're like 2 kids.
It's a show, And but honestly, like, my family is loud too, I find, so it wasn't too much of like a culture shock. But I could say, like, I thought we were the loudest, like Haitian people or Caribbean people, but Italians, like, it's pretty close.
I get into it too. We're calling each other by our first names, which like you don't do. Like, we're just trying to be, we're like jokingly obnoxious to each other.
Yeah, and you would think it's just the guys, but your mom gets into it too.
My grandmother.
Your aunt, your grandmother.
Speaking fast in Italian.
So fast.
So you definitely got to be prepared for that.
Yes, be prepared for that. If you're not used to it, like if you're a small family that's, you keep things quiet, low-key.
Bring some earplugs.
Yeah, and some Tylenol. Like, I started noticing it a bit more as time went on. But I noticed that Italians are pretty critical about Italian products, or like products that claim to be Italian. Like, it has to be authentic.
Right.
And when we go to Italian restaurants,
so if it's not pizza,
it's
coffee.
It goes for the coffee too, the wine. The coffee is a big one too. You have the cafetiere, is it called? Yeah. You also have an espresso machine now, but your dad refuses.
Oh yeah, like, he doesn't even acknowledge it.
Yeah, exactly.
My dad lives and dies by that bean water. He's an addict. It's incredible, and like, he refuses to drink coffee anywhere else.
No, yeah.
There's been times where he's dead tired. He's like, when I get home, I'm gonna make coffee, and then I'm gonna go to bed. He's so addicted to it that he'll have an espresso before bed and fall asleep like a log.
So another thing is that, you know, Nico really treats me like a princess. Like, I really feel the love and the effort. Like, he doesn't want me to lift a finger, you know, when he's cleaning. I can't do anything. I can't, you know, offer to help with the groceries. Like, obviously I still do, but it's just the principle that, like, you know, he doesn't want me doing extra work.
I don't want you touching my dishes.
The dishes, we almost like fight about it.
If I'm cooking, like, she can help a bit, you know? Makes it sound like you're a kid.
Yeah, you can only help a little bit.
You can set the table. Even if we're doing something together, let me be the one doing the work. Like, just, you know, relax. You finished work kind of thing. Enjoy your night. Let me kind of treat you, and I try and do that with everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's like a way that I've seen your dad treat your mom, and like, I don't know, I feel like it's something, it's a positive thing about Italian guys.
You grow up that way and you're like, no, let me. There was always like, you know, my parents too. You know, my mom's like, I'm gonna wash the dishes, and my dad's like, I'm gonna wash the dishes.
I wanted to come off wrong as if like he's controlling what I do or whatever. It's more in a way that's like caring and, you know, really the definition of being a gentleman. Something else, something that I'm actually quite jealous of, is the hair. You have hair in many places, okay? Some of which, like, you know, for example, he mentioned the chest hair before in another video. I'd like to take that chest hair and, you know, put it on my eyebrows maybe, or like...
I'm a bit of a chia pet. You remember those ads growing up? Chia.
Yeah.
They could make one of me. There's some certain ethnicities that are hairier than others, and you know, something about that Mediterranean Sea.
Yeah.
My dad goes to his barber and asks her to cut it, to trim it down. That's how. He even says he goes to see my grandfather. He's like, I had to go over just because of his eyebrows. He said they were getting on his nerves.
It's a blessing and a curse. My last point is something that you might notice even if you're not dating an Italian guy, but I feel like you have a very good fashion sense.
I definitely think it's a cultural thing, because I think, like, I don't know, like, I'm sure you've heard this before you were with me. It's like, you know, oh, it's an Italian wedding. There's a certain expectation to dress well.
Yeah.
Like, you know, there's no jeans allowed at an Italian wedding. You start to bring that mentality when it's for work. Obviously, you know, like I'm talking about an office job there. You don't show up to a construction site in a suit. Doesn't help with our frugal side. You know, but suffice to say,
but it's not frugal all the time, obviously.
Right.
Like, just for certain things.
We spend on clothes.
Yeah, exactly.
So me and you have a lot in common.
Yeah. And obviously you guys see us, like, you know, you don't see our full outfits or like we're just casually to film the video, but like you said, when it's time to go out, you're looking mighty fine. So that's it. That was pretty much the roundup of the things that I noticed or that you can expect, I guess, when dating an Italian guy. Like I said, might not apply to everyone. Let us know in the comments if you've had experiences with any of what I mentioned. Anything you want to share, you could go ahead and share it in the comments.
Right.
You were going to say something?
No, I think you hit it all. You described me pretty well.
Yeah?
I'm a penny pinching, cold cut loving, fashionable man.
Stylish man, yeah.
That sounds
gentleman.
Nice. Okay.
Stylish gentleman.
Yeah, I guess that helps.
Yeah. So let us know if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for our other videos. And thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Take care.